can do it. You can make it through it, even though you might wonder why.
Well, welcome to the Fresh Toones Show. Got a pretty unusual theme for today's show. It's called No One Expects the Spanish Inquisition. There was a line from Monty Python where the Grand Inquisitor would jump into a scene and they would jump back, the Monty Python crew, and say, "What are you doing here?" And the Inquisitor would say, "No one expects the Spanish Inquisition." So I took that line and I'm kind of playing it up that there's some things in life that we just never expected, and they're so big that we just don't know how to cope with them. And we certainly have the problem of COVID-19, and we've been battling it for many months now. In addition to that battle, we have a president that we're still trying to figure out what the hell is going on there. And that challenge is going to go on for a while, and we may be in a battle that we never expected to be in. A number of years ago, and there's a song that I only played one other time in 4 years on the Fresh Toones Show, and it's called No One Expects the Spanish Inquisition. Kind of tells the story of a home that I lived in with my partner Luann, and lived there for many years, and kind of figured that we'd live there for the rest of our lives. Unfortunately, one of the major oil storage companies in the country had storage tanks in our area, and for months they never reported to anyone that thousands, tens of thousands of gallons of gas were going into the ground, and nobody knew about it until they started to come up through the sidewalks on our street. Well, long story short, it took about 2.5, maybe 3 years to get things settled. Eventually, we had to move out of our home. We got a small settlement to try to make it okay for us. It wasn't in our plans. But as they say, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. The second part of the song is about a friend of mine in his early 40s was struck down by Lou Gehrig's disease, and it was a long process of deterioration in his muscles, and it was quite a struggle. And he certainly never expected. He was very athletic, a very fun guy, and very energetic. Never expected this to happen to him. Tom is certainly included in this song called No One Expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Sometimes life deals cards we would not choose, especially when we've been running with nothing to lose. We may lose our health, we may lose our homes, we can't lose the smile that keep us whole. No one expects, no one can know, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Inquisition. No one expects, no one can know, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Well, since I spoke a little bit about my friend Tom Cook in the introduction to today's show, I've got a little bit more to share with you. A little bit about his story and his struggle with Lou Gehrig's disease. I got into the routine of visiting him every other week. He lived quite a ways away from Rochester, and took a little trip each Thursday evening and went out to see him and saw him for a couple years until he passed away. During that time, I got to know him a lot better and got to know his family better, and I gathered up hundreds of photos from his friends and family, and Tom even showed me some videotapes of when he was a football star in Caledonia, and I was able to put that to a music video that I made for him, and that was after I wrote this song for him called Thanks for Being Tom.
Thanks for being Tom. Thanks for being Tom. Thanks for being Tom. Thanks for being Tom. Thanks for being Tom. Thanks for being Tom. Thanks for being Tom. Thanks for being Tom.
Thanks.
Well, as we go on through the show today, I'm going to throw in some songs that are bouncy and real positive so we can face these major things that confront us in life. This is one of my newest songs, and the song evolved out of something my dad was always singing in the background. He'd keep singing these lines. It helps you on the road when you got a heavy load. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. I've done a lot of research, and I've tried to find out where that song came from, who wrote it, or if there's any record of it. There are some songs with similar titles, but they aren't the song that he was singing. So I decided, well, I'll take those two lines and I'll write my own song. This song is called Singing is the Thing That Makes You Happy. It helps you on the road when you got a heavy load. Singing is the thing that makes you happy when you're down and out, feel all alone. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. Sing it now. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. Sing it now. Singing is the thing that makes you happy when the ceiling falls and you've lost your love. Singing is the thing that makes you happy when you're so far down you must raise your voice. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. Sing it now. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. Sing it now. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. You may not believe it. You may say it's all a lie. You might clench your mouth shut. Please give it a try. Well, it helps you on the road when you got a heavy load. Singing is the thing that makes you happy when you're down and out, feel all alone. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. Sing it now. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. Sing it now. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. Sing it now. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. Sing it now. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. Sing it now. Singing is the thing that makes you happy. Well, the challenges that have been put in front of us in the past 4 or 5 months, it's something that most of us have never had to confront before. It's been some very long, hard days. Together we can get through this. We may need to change our leadership, but we can do it. This song is called It's Been a Long, Hard Day.
It's been a long hard day. It's been a long hard day. The light awoke me just like any other day. I had no thoughts of what might come my way. I'm just waking to another day. I know the sun doesn't always shine. The sun might not always be mine, but I have a few words to say. It's been a long, hard day. Picked up the sword to defend myself, butchered my soul, now I fight to find the light in the days that fill our nights. Been walking through the burning cold with bare feet, and don't you know that ice can burn just like the sun? The warmth you want is called your love. It's been a long hard day. It's been a long hard day. It's been a long hard day.
This is the Fresh Toones Show, and today's theme is No One Expects the Spanish Inquisition. The theme is kind of playing up often. We may have things that confront us in life, and this COVID-19 has confronted the whole world, and we never expected it. But there's something that we mustn't forget, that as we live through this, and if we can get through these hard times together, we still experience what's going on, that this is it. This is our lives we're living through. We should experience the love and the struggles that we're working on with the folks around us, because if we're not aware that this is still our lives, then we might get in the habit of our whole lives just passing us by without experiencing them. This song is called This Is It.
This is it, so please don't miss it. This is it, and nothing more. This is it. This is it. This is it. To know your sorrow will reveal a greater joy. This is it. This is it. This is it. If you want it, this is it. There's nothing else. This is it. Please take it. This is it. Before you're gone, it's your life. So be kind to it. It's your life. Put your mind to it. This is it. This is it. If you live for tomorrow, you don't live at all. This is it. This is it. This is it. So please don't miss it. This is it. And nothing more. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it.
Well, it seems like I'm doing quite a bit of storytelling behind the Fresh Tune songs today. And this next song is called We're Growing. And some of the ideas for the song came from something my young niece was writing in a summer camp when she was very, very young. I don't know, 11, 12 years old. Now she's in her 50s. But she wrote this little passage about how life was like going down a stream, and how you start small and you grow into something bigger, and you go around rocks and different barriers in life, and eventually you'll become a river, but you can't ever forget your connection to that stream up in the mountains. And those thoughts that she wrote down inspired me to write this song called We're Growing.
My life is like a stream, starting as just a drop of water. Now I'm running down the mountainside, twisting and turning, but I don't mind, 'cause with every stone I pass, I'm growing. I'm growing like the leaves, turning towards the sun. I'm growing like a stream, returning when she comes. 'Cause I'm growing, I'm growing. With each and every rock surpassed, the next one's even larger. But the stream, it keeps on rolling. The mountain keeps the water flowing to the sea. And one day those big old rocks, I will pass them. 'Cause I'm growing like a kid who's just lost their best friend. I'm growing with every tear, takes me further round the bend. 'Cause I'm growing, I'm growing. Well, that mountain, she gives you more than water. And though you're a river now, great and strong, don't ever lose your connection, no. 'Cause you'll surely dry up and die. And we're growing like a log, rotting in the rain. We're growing like the mushrooms growing up in that log shade. 'Cause we're growing, yeah, we're growing, yeah, we're growing.
I'm going to end up today's Fresh Toones show with this positive song called You Can Do It. I used a little snippet of it to introduce today's show. It's one of my favorite songs, and many years ago I used to play for my patients at the Rochester Psych Center. I'd have a little sing-along after supper time there, and this was one of the popular songs that they would request. So now I'm going to share it with you. It's called You Can Do It.
You can do it. You can make it through it, even though you might wonder why. There is something inside you, and it's walking beside you, and it is larger than yourself, and it's whispering your name, and it's wiping your eyes, and it's touching your soul, set you free. You are unique to this world. You need to let your flag be unfurled, to be who you are, and that is all. The sun has sprouted your seed, the warmth has lifted your head. Now you know what you know, and that is all. And it's whispering your name, and it's wiping your eyes, and it's touching your soul to set you free. You can do it. You can make it through it, might wonder why. There is something inside you, and it's walking beside you. It is larger than yourself, and it's whispering your name, and it's wiping your eyes, and it's touching your soul to set you free.
And that's it for the Fresh Toones Show today. I hope everybody has a good week. I know these are tough times. Hang in there, do the best you can. Take it inch by inch, whatever you need to do. We'll get through this. There's so many tough things that a lot of folks are working on. But hopefully if we can work together and if we put our minds to it and our hearts into it, we can certainly do it. Have a good week. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you tune in next week. So long now. Bye.
Fresh Toones. Fresh Toones.
If you'd like to check out some of the music videos to these songs, you can check them out at Dave's Fresh Toones at YouTube. That's Dave's Fresh Toones. That's one word with no spaces. And Toones has 2 O's, not a U. Thanks.